And welcome one and all to Grindleford Reserve for this round 10 NPLW fixture between our hosts Balcatta and the visitors Subiaco. Balcatta looking today to go up to third place in the table, just 6 points off the league leaders, the Northern Redbacks, while Subiaco's goal looking towards the future and improving on a record that, while it hasn't been too impressive this season, there are signs of hope and recovery. In the last 3 rounds, they have managed a goal in all 3 games after managing just the one in the first 5. So maybe some green shoots. They have had some competitive fixtures. They have run a few teams close, but at the moment as it stands, they just have 1 draw, 1 point from their opening 8 games, that being the 1-1 draw with Curtin. Balcatta's season has been a little more impressive. They've had a few significant results, including last week's 5-0 demolition of Curtin. Christian Alford with the brace on that day. Astorp, Harvey and Andrew also getting on the score sheet. Georgie Alford, that is rather. It's Christian Astorp. Early mistake, get them out of the way. I am Sean Fry. I'll be calling the 90 minutes plus extra time for you here today. Liviu Katona, our referee in the middle. The linesmen Libby Caldwell and Jared Maunder. Players just lining up in the centre circle for the minute silence. The minute silence there in recognition of the Plain Purple 2021 campaign being run over the next 2 weekends, helping turn football fields across Australia purple for pancreatic cancer awareness. You will notice the Balcatta girls wearing the purple socks today in support of that cause. To the team news, and the hosts Balcatta with just the one change from the side that beat Curtin 5-0 last week. Bolton Yangi coming in for the injured Monique Godding, sustaining an ankle injury in that game against Curtin. Best wishes to her for a speedy recovery. While the visitors Subiaco, 2 changes to the side that lost heavily against Fremantle last week. 5-1 loss away down in Freo. Charlotte Linnell coming in, Abby LaCastro coming off the bench to start today. Felicity Trend and Erin Marstron making way for them. And we're away here with Subiaco in the maroon kit, attacking to the left of screen. The home side Balcatta in the navy blue, red trim and purple socks, attacking the right. As bustling in there is Fiona Mays to dispossess Alana Veroni. Subiaco come away, April Nosson. Panaya looking to roll one through to a teammate there. Karis Davis with the throw. She looked to get it back, but stepping in and nipping in to cut out the pass was Dylan Davidson. She couldn't control. It'll be another Balcatta throw in. Davis down the line with the throw and gets it back before retreating all the way back to her centre half, who clips one down the line. Looks like a chance for Harvey, but the flag was up. One of the secrets to Balcatta's success this season is what a wide spread of goal scorers. I've got Cassandra Harvey with 3 on the season, Ash Penaya with the same amount, Alford starting today with 2, and then a smattering of single goal scorers in Astor, Winchcombe, Veroni and McCartney. Almost everyone on the field has scored a goal this season for Balcatta. Here is Astor playing it back for Winchcombe, who steps forward and looks to get Balcatta on the front foot. Harvey on the left wing looks to come back, and another offside against Balcatta. Subiaco to get us restarted, looking for their first win of the season here today at Grindleford Reserve. Harvey penalised there for using a hand. Sarandopoulos for Subiaco looks long down the right-hand touchline. Pass over hit. And Balcatta throw on the far side. Right in front of the onside sports scoreboard. Looking in for Harvey. She shrugs off a couple, leaves it for her teammate who strides forward. Spreads it for Astor, who looks further afield to Davis. Here's Ashley Penaya playing it back for Davis. Back for Penaya again. Her cross partially blocked by Davidson. It'll come back to Penaya. She'll look to step inside. Jumps over a tackle there from the Subi defender and plays it back out for Davis. Davis with a bit of space. Davidson closes her down now. Forces the error. Subiaco with a bit of space and a chance to counter, but the pass there from Laura Hunt just smacked her teammate at close range. Balcatta will take over now. April Nossen conceding a throw. Over the head of Dimovsky. Balcatta back on the front foot. Penaya driving forward. Cut out by Mays. Penaya takes over again. Burgess in her back and cut out again by Mays. Good defending from Subiaco. The ball that hit Davidson, though, was too heavy. Throw from Davis to Penaya. Penaya heavily involved early. Abby Castro switches for Hunt. Hunt can make a run forward. She's got a couple of options. She's trying to run off the shoulder of the last man. She gets it into one of those options and it's cleared well by Kim McCartney. Experienced defender and ducked in front there of the danger. A good surge forward though there from the Lions. Certainly committed a few numbers in the box. The cross was good. Well, the defending was up to the task. Davidson over to take Subiaco's first corner of the day. Outswing it to the back post, or that was the aim. Surely must have been out of play if it landed on top of the crossbar. That is the decision from the linesman. The assistant referee's flag goes up and we will have a restart. Gabby Del Busco with her first action for the day. Two very good WNPL goalkeepers on display here in Del Busco and Marissa Pigeon. Despite the fact that Subi have yet to notch up a win, Pigeon has featured in a few teams of the week. Having a good season, the Subiaco stopper. Subiaco throw, the pass given away, shot from range. Will not be troubling Pigeon in the Subiaco net. Just an early sighter there for Christiane Astor. Pigeon plays it short, and Subi looked at, came out of defence. Header from Veroni, comes back to Veroni. And all the way back to Winchcombe. He'll turn for her partner McCartney. Looking towards midfield. Davis is in a lot of space. She can amble forward, find Panaya, makes a continuing run. Good run from Davis. Panaya's pass a little heavy, cleared by the Subi defender. Davis with the throw. Panaya back for Davis, and Davidson does well to close her down. Davis again clips one in to the back post, arriving there. Harvey just couldn't get her header down. Came off the top of her head and over the crossbar. Pigeon will claim and get Subiaco restarting. Just a little bubble there. A couple of nervy moments. Mays, lovely little turn. Finds Keziah Burgess, who can stride forward. Long loping strides of the Subiaco number 9 and look to find the feet of Davis. She does so on the follow-up, but again, Davidson won't be able to track down her teammate's pass. Burgess offers a hand of apology to her number 11. Balcatta will take the throw. Karis Davis with the ball in her hands. Over the head of Davidson. LaCastro unable to keep it in. It'll be another throw for Davis. Second throw straight to Davidson, but she has her pocket picked by Ashley Panaya. Mays cuts that one out again. Burgess can't get a toe in before Astor skips past her. Her pass was wide of Alford. And Subiaco again with a chance to counter-attack. Here's Nara. Nara playing it through. A chance perhaps for Domovsky, but the flag is up. Now, what a start to this game that could have been for Subiaco. The assistant's flag was raised. Hard to see from this angle. I think that's Libby Caldwell on the far side. Has a better view than us. Panaya going forward, clipping one into the box. Arriving there was Astor. Couldn't get a touch on it, and it's cleared. Charlotte Linnell, the inclusion in the side today, just turning that one behind for a Balcatta corner. Astor ambles over to the far corner to take. Panaya goes over to join her. Laura Hunt follows her over to make sure that short corner isn't on. Corner in. Bit of a scramble, cleared. Brought down on the edge of the area. Balcatta still turning this through. Hanging possession in the final third here, just looking for that killer pass. Long shot over off the crossbar. Had Pigeon scrambling, but in the end, no harm done. Excellent attempt from range there. That mistake at the back from Subiaco, falls for Yangi. Yangi misplayed that one, but fortuitously fell for Panaya. Stepping in and cutting that one out is Castro. Overplaying a little at the back there, Subiaco, but a fortunate bounce. Gives them a second chance and a third chance. Wonderful turn by Samantha Nara. But she turns it over to Yangi, and then Nara gets it back. Good bit of play in midfield there. Good battle. Here's Davidson. Davidson has Harvey closing her down, but she skips away from her and then plays it back for a teammate. The forward ball is ill-directed and Balcatta take over. McCartney over for Winchcombe. Winchcombe's pass cut out by Hunt, but deflection is over the line. Throw in clears everyone. That took a little deflection, it looked like. The decision will be a Balcatta throw. Well, Kim McCartney striding forward suggests this may be a longer throw. Or is it a free kick? No mistake, the decision was a free kick. I didn't see what it was for, but McCartney standing over a dead ball. Chance to put it into a dangerous area. Exactly what she does to the back post, arriving there and not quite getting the contact she wanted was April Nossen. Had a free header. And the Balcatta left back will think she should have done a little better with that one. Probably Balcatta's best chance of the game there. Good ball from McCartney. Davidson looks to step in on Harvey. Harvey skips away. Hunt gets a foot in there. And Mays will retreat. And the decision is a goal kick. Pigeon clips it up off the head of Sarandopoulos. Subi fortunate with another lucky bounce there. Cut out by Nossen, but bounces back to Subiaco. Over there to deal with that is Winchcombe. All the way back to Gabby Del Busco, who clips it down the line. What a pass that is from the Balcatta captain. Alford rolls it into the path of her teammate. Rolled now for Astorp. Astorp with a chance to get a ball in the box. That's blocked by Mays. Another Balcatta corner. Just starting to turn the screw now. The hosts put a bit of pressure on this Subiaco goal. They had that long-range strike rattle off the crossbar, and Kim McCartney free kick finding April Nossen, who wasn't able to turn it in at the back post. Jeanette Gordon dances around in front of the corner, trying to put off the opposition. And here's a chance for another strike by Astorp. Good save by Pigeon. It falls, and the rebound is bundled in. I think it was Georgie Alford. And it is 1-0 Balcatta. Well, they were starting to press and pressure the visitors. And that pressure has come off. It was a good strike from Astorp. Initially well saved by Pigeon. She attempted to dive on the loose ball and just misjudged that. Fell to the feet of Georgie Alford, who turned it home for her third goal of the season. Third goal in 2 games. She is the form player at the moment. That ball through, though, is on for Nara. Nara can make it 1-1. No sooner they gone behind than they could have equalised, but Gabby Del Busco, the Balcatta skipper, comes up big. Well, she is one of the best goalkeepers in the league, and she dives on that cross as well. Well, it was a super pass there. Well, Laura Hunt, I think it was, rolling it through for Nara, who'd made a great run. They have had a couple of those counter-attacks, Subiaco, where they've been happy to put numbers forward. They just need to find that final pass. It's Keziah Burgess just holding off Yangi there. But Balcatta get it back. Yangi looks to turn it around the corner. No one there. Sarandopoulos comes away with it. Clips it down for Davidson. Just looks to nudge Davis out of it, but Davis did well to get past her. Back for Veroni. Veroni crosses it in. Bit of a scramble. The clearance hits Alford. Looks to have hurt her a little. It's down on her haunches as play goes on. Harvey. Out wide and the cross blocked by Linnell. And out for another Balcatta set piece, a corner. The goal scorer still down after blocking that clearance. Just being helped back to her feet now by her teammates. Looks like she will carry on without needing any further assistance. Astorp over to take the set piece. Panaya joins her. Does go short to Panaya. Back to the corner taker. Cross back post. Davidson was there. A touch wasn't required as the ball had already crossed the line, or perhaps it was offside. Either way, it will be a Subiaco restart. Pigeon plays short. Subiaco looking to play it out to feed as much as possible. Mays for Davidson. Davidson does well to hold off Davis. Burgess has to come in and clear it. Not sure if there was a deflection. The decision that the referee has made is that there was. Keziah Burgess with the throw, looking for Davidson again. It's over her head. Past Domovsky. Balcatta, for a moment, regained possession. And an errant touch concedes a throw to Subiaco. Loose ball here. Domovsky battling for it. Comes out for a chance for Hunt. Her shot is rather tame. Del Busco fields, and another stunning pass from Gabriella Del Busco that wasn't handled by Harvey. And Nara's in again. She's looked dangerous. Had that chance one-on-one immediately after the Balcatta goal. And seems to be causing some problems for the Balcatta backline. On this occasion, all she can muster is a goal kick for Balcatta. Well, Del Busco today showing why she is so highly regarded in this league, why she wears that captain's armband, because those sort of moments, when you've just scored, the old adage goes, you are most vulnerable. And when you have a goalkeeper that can bail you out like she did there, out so quickly, spread herself on the chance for Nara. Throw in down the line. Sarandopoulos gets across to make a nuisance of herself, but Balcatta will keep the ball with a throw. April Nosson with the throw. In for Alford. She clips it over the top. Astorp will not get there. Subiaco goal kick. It's been a real struggle for goals for Subiaco, which is why that was such a big chance for Narra. The away fans very excited to see one of their players through and see a rare goal for their side. Just the 4 scored so far in 8 games. Davis with the throw for Balcatta. In for Alford, who turns and curls one towards the goal, perhaps looking for the run of Harvey. Too strong for that, and Pigeon claims she'll look longer on this occasion. LaCastro looks to tow it out to a teammate. Only tows it out as far as Ashley Panaya. Subiaco do take over. Sarandopoulos looking to clip one into the path of Davidson. Davidson pressuring McCartney. McCartney does well initially, but gives the ball away. Sarandopoulos with a rash tackle there on Cassandra Harvey, and may find herself having a word with the referee. A card staying in the pocket for now. Probably won't get too many of those before she finds herself in the book. McCartney again, centre half coming forward to take the free kick. Has scored a goal this season from a penalty against Freo in round 7. Will she go for goal direct here from this free kick? She does, and Pigeon scampers across to claim that comfortably. And then looks long again. Davidson with a bit of space, but Winchcombe gets there in front of her and clears. Well read by the centre half wearing number 9. It always wrinkles my brain a little, that one. Here's Panaya striding forward. She couldn't get her pass through. Mays does well, and does well again on the follow-up. Hunt looking for Narra. Narra can't just get there in front of the Balcatta defender. Davis clearing. Burgess throw initially handled by Dymowski, and free kick picked out, going the way of Subiaco. Visitors looking to square things up before half-time. Laura Hunt gives the signal, puts the ball in a box, into a good area, headed away by McCartney. Davidson scrambles, as does Dymowski. Dymowski gets there first. She can't find her way around April Nosson, who positioned herself well. And her team a goal kick. Aside from the save, Del Busco has been very impressive with her feet so far today as well. A couple of excellent 30, 40-yard passes. On this occasion, she looks short for McCartney. McCartney has Davis, who has Harvey down the line. Had Yangi inside and sort of split the difference, and Mays stepped in. Subi go forward again. Mays looking to turn one around for Davidson. Forces her a little wide. Davidson fires one across the box, and Del Busco claims again. Harvey in a bit of space out here on the right wing, and Del Busco again with that delightful footwork. Good pass for Harvey, who controls it. And goes back to McCartney. Switches across for Chelsea Winchcombe. Little wall pass there with Georgie Alford, and back to the Balcatta number 5, who spreads it beautifully for Davis. Davis for Harvey. Harvey, little nutmeg there on Burgess. Goes by her. Wonderful from Cassandra Harvey. Squares it across for a chance and a strike. Straight at Marissa Pigeon. Got the chance for Penai to double the lead there. Pigeon looks long, booming kick there to Davidson. Davidson looking for Sarandopoulos, but the pass was under hit. Balcatta come away with it. Harvey. Thought about Alford, comes inside. Burgess tried to put a foot in on her. Oh, there's Alford rather. Firing it across the box, and Nosson can't get there. That's why I was confused. April Nosson a long way from home. The left back trucking all the way out to the right wing. Pigeon with the goal kick. Looking for Burgess. Harvey nips in front of her. Burgess recovers. Another little nutmeg, this time Astorp the victim. Harvey turns inside LeCastro. Balcatta patiently building. Bolton Yangi, good tackle there from Keziah Burgess. And yet another Balcatta corner. Yangi will leave it for Veroni to take. Veroni's corner to the front post. Pigeon spreads herself and turns it behind for another Balcatta corner. Veroni will go again. Scored a stunning goal against the NTC in round 5, Alana Veroni. This time with the in-swinging corner. Sarandopoulos gets there in front of the attackers, and Subiaco have loved to throw numbers forward in these situations. They've done so here and may be exposed at the back now as the ball rebounds to Harvey. Inside then out, gets a cross in, well blocked by Mays, but it comes back to Harvey again. Harvey's cross headed away by Sarandopoulos. Sarandopoulos calling for the 1-2, but Hunt decides to take on Veroni. And here's Nara again. Lively Samantha Nara, the Subiaco number 2. She'll pick it up now after the pressure from Domovsky. Force the turnover. Across the box, here's Davidson. She takes a touch. Looked to roll it for Sarandopoulos, but Alford got in there and cut it out and cleared. Charlotte Linnell with the throw. Davidson just looks to nudge her player underneath it. Looked like it may have come off the arm there of April Nosson. And a yellow card. First yellow card of the day. Going to the Balcatta left back. So Subiaco with a free kick in a position of some promise. Quarter of an hour or so left in this first half. Davidson curls one into the box. Not exactly what she was aiming for. I'm sure that idea was to curl the ball across the 6-yard box and get a runner on the end of it. Just didn't get that whip that she needed. Winchcombe comes across to April Nosson, who turns delightfully around her marker, and away she goes down the left wing. Plays a nice little 1-2 there with Astorp as well. Beautiful football here from Balcatta, but Yangi just couldn't get the touch she needed, and maybe Davidson can go the other way. She could have if Chelsea Winchcombe didn't get across and cut out the danger. And then pick up the ball. A bit of experience there. Slowing the game down so that Subiaco couldn't get on the counter. That's where they've looked the most dangerous this afternoon. Linnell with the throw. Bit of aerial tennis between the two sides. Comes back to Hunt with a big strike. More height than distance on that one. Zalbusco claims comfortably, rolls it out to Winchcombe. Winchcombe inside for Veroni. Veroni fizzes it out for Nosson. Steps inside. She's looking dangerous at the moment, April Nosson. Couple of storming runs into the feet of Yangi. Nosson overlapped, but she opted to come inside. Wonderful ball. In and out there in that midfield from Balcatta. Spills to Harvey. She can't control it, but she does well to dispossess Burgess and get a ball back in across the box. Clearance was muffed, and so was the strike from Alford. High over the crossbar. Pigeon to get Subiaco restarted. Doesn't beat the row of Balcatta midfielders again, that clearance from Pigeon. Back out for Davis. Veroni. Nara pressuring, comes inside. Sarandopoulos steps out to put a bit of pressure on Alford. Davis. Harvey. Couldn't get past Burgess, and Nara claims. Subiaco on the counter-attack again. Driving run forward here. Tomovsky looks to turn it inside for Davidson. Sarandopoulos looked like she was going to play it back, but decided to turn and somehow ends up with the ball. Well, Castro unable to keep it in for Subiaco. Yangi coming inside, has Harvey. Not a lot of other options forward. Harvey will have to hold it up. Does so opposed to Burgess, and clips it around the corner for Karis Davis. If she can keep it in, she can't. Burgess with the throw for Subiaco as we tick towards the interval. Balcatta leading, but perhaps not by the margin that their dominance is deserved. Just the 1-0. Well, having said that, the best chance of the game was at the other end. Nara denied one-on-one by the Balcatta captain, Gabby Del-Busco. That one's cut out by Winchcombe. Over the head there of Mays. She'll be pressured by Yangi. Handles it calmly. Jeanette Gordon looks to play it out. Balcatta turn it over high up the pitch again. Not the first time today. Alford rolls it into the path of Nosson. Nosson confronted by Linnell. And the Subiaco defender does well. Nossen's throw for Yangi. Back to Nossen, who crashes across off the backside of the on-rushing Subiaco defender. Back out for a throw. This one over Yangi, and will be coming back for a foul throw anyway. Linnell down the line for Serendopoulos. Good flick on from her, but Davidson unable to control the follow-up. Coming short there is Domovsky. Davidson calls for it in front of her and receives that pass. Nara and Domovsky streaming forward again, and Dalbusco once again there to smother any danger. Rolls out quickly to get Davis on the other way. Harvey goes by Burgess. Burgess sticking with her initially. Still with Harvey for Alford. Veroni coming in, crossing one into the box. Yangi's unmarked, takes a touchdown, a second touch, and the Subi defenders do just enough to keep her from getting a strike on goal. Nossen with a throw for Balcatta. Hanging on to that 1-goal lead, looking to double the lead before the break. Alford back for Veroni. Inside, over the head of Nossen, but Subiaco can't clear again. Yangi leaves it there for a strike on goal from Alford, and it's wide, and Pigeon will retrieve for a goal kick. A good opportunity there, though, on the edge of the 18-yard box for Georgie Alford. Has one already today, 3 on the season, was looking for a second there. Calm there from Veroni. Yangi robs it and tries to roll it through for Alford again. A lot of trouble playing it out of this final third today. Subiaco. Balcatta's press has been good. Another good bit of pressure there from Yangi. Just so hard to get some time on the ball. Subiaco driving forward, firing on goal there again is Ashley Panaya. Good contact, but just wide of the goal. Pigeon short for Serendopoulos. It looks out the far side. Subi do manage to maintain possession here and play it out. Or, of course, as soon as I say that, the clip out to the left back is overhit by Laura Hunt. And Balcatta will put the pressure on again. Davis in for Yangi. Bit of a debate over whose throw it is. It'll be Balcatta's. Davis for Yangi again. Burgess gets in the way of that one, heads it out. This time she looks shorter for Harvey. That one's turned over. Turned over again by Subiaco and curled to the back post by Harvey. No runners arriving. Subiaco will attempt to breach the Balcatta press again on the times that they have managed to get through. They've looked dangerous. They've got runners forward. It just hasn't happened often enough in this first half for the visitors. Of course, you only need one. Mays for Hunt. Hunt curls one, attempting to curl one down the line, curling it over the line instead. Davis with another throw. Down the line for Harvey, who comes inside for Veroni. Curls it there into the path of Panaya, but She couldn't cushion her touchdown. Pigeon looks long again. Domovsky misjudges that. It bounces over her head. Nara pressures her opponent into a mistake. Comes to Davis, who handles it calmly. Harvey looks to go by Burgess. Mays is there to clear the danger. Davis with the throw again. Astorp comes back for Veroni. Comes all the way back to McCartney. Across for Winchcombe. Winchcombe looks to Nosson at left back, but Davidson ducking in, put off the Balcatta left back on the far side, and Subiaco will win the throw right on halfway. Davidson turns it for Domovsky. Domovsky, lovely little flick over the head for Davidson if she can control it. But Winchcombe coolly and calmly turns and controls and sets Balcatta away once more. Nosson for Yangi. Delightful little 1-2 again. Nosson can get a ball into the box. She had numbers there. It'll come back out to Nosson. Sarandopoulos ducks in and clears it down the line for Davidson. Alford lunges and gets a foot in, and she's down again for the second time today, the goal scorer. In the wars a little. Just as she lunged in there to get a foot in, she was collided with Dylan Davidson. The hosts will be hoping that all of these are just minor knocks for Georgie Alford, already without the services of Monique Godding with that ankle injury. The more players you lose through injury, the harder things get. Georgie is back on her feet and waiting to come back onto the field of play, which she does now. Davidson ducks in there ahead of Nosson, but Nosson shrugs her off the ball and strides forward, looking to feed Yangi, but deflected out off the Subiaco midfielder. She'll take the throw instead. Looks for Yangi again. Good touch from the Balcatta number 6. Ball forward fielded by Mays. Out for Linnell. Is it down the line? Davidson stepping back, doing her defensive duties again. Burgess cutting that one out with a nice header. Falls again for Nara. Earns her team a free kick. Under the challenge from Veroni, I think it was. A little shove in the back. She's probably looked the most dangerous player for Subiaco, Samantha Nara, that diminutive winger for the visitors. Wouldn't take much of a shove to knock her off balance. Hunt with the set piece. Balcatta deal with it and clear. Sarandopoulos will look to step in, but she can't get there. Ahead of Veroni. Strides forward and rolls it into the path of Yangi. That was Panaya rather playing that pass. Back out to Nosson, charging forward. Yangi looks to come inside for Alford, but Subiaco take over. Ball ricocheting off the back of the heel there of Domovsky as she looked to get forward. Sarandopoulos looking to step in, and that's the final bit of play for the first half. An entertaining game so far with a pretty repetitive pattern of play. Balcatta prompting and probing, and Subiaco launching the occasional counter-attacks. It was through one of their sustained periods of pressure that Balcatta went ahead. The strike initially well saved from Marissa Pigeon, but Georgie Alford was there to mop up the rebound and make it 1-0 Balcatta early in the first half. As soon as they'd scored, Subiaco broke off one of those counter-attacks. Samantha Nara played through one-on-one and Balcatta had to rely on their captain, Gabby Del Busco, and she did what she needed to do, as she so often does for her side, getting out and denying that one-on-one. Leaving the score here at half-time, Balcatta 1, Subiaco 0. And welcome back to Grindleford Reserve for the second half of this round 10 WNPL WA 2021 fixture between Balcatta and Subiaco. The score currently stands, as you can see on the scoreboard, Balcatta 1, Subiaco 0. Georgie Alford goal, the difference between the two sides. It could have been different if not for the intervention of Gabby Del Busco on a Samantha Nara one-on-one. I'm Sean Fry. I'll be calling the final 45 minutes for you as the home side, Balcatta, attack the left of screen. In possession now in their navy blue and red trim. The purple socks today supporting pancreatic cancer awareness. Subiaco in their maroon attacking the right of screen. Domovsky with the ball now. Chelsea Winchcombe tries to make a tackle, can't get there. Domovsky gets by her to the byline, pulls one back, but it's cleared by the Balcatta defence. It was a good half, in truth, from the home side. Just unable to put their dominance in terms of possession and passing and field position onto the scoreboard. Just the one goal. Nara gives a little kick there into the backside of Christiane Astorp. Has a little look at the referee and grabs a hamstring now. Harvey turns away from Burgess. Wonderful ball there, through into the path of Panaya. If Panaya can get there, she's a chance. And a sprawling save from Marissa Pigeon keeps the score at 1-0. Well, that's one top draw save from the goalkeepers at both ends. I said at the start of the game that they were two of the best in the league. They've put it on display here today. That was destined for the top corner until the intervention of the lion in the cage. Corner for Balcatta. Had several in the first half. Can they find the back of the net here? Scrambled around, it comes back to Harvey, and she does just that. Balcatta do double their lead, and they do get the buffer that their play so far has deserved. Cassandra Harvey makes herself the team's leading scorer with 4 on the season now. Well, it did feel like only a matter of time. Pigeon did her best to deny the earlier strike, turning that around the corner for a corner. But Balcatta have had so many corners in this game, so many chances to put balls into the box, and eventually something will come off. Here's the goal scorer again. Nara for Subiaco. Rolls it into the path there. Laura Hunt, if she can get across in the box, there's numbers there. She attempts to. It deflects out off Chelsea Winchcombe, and Subi have a corner. As I mentioned in the first half, the way that Balcatta play and the strength in their side is the quality across the board. Have very few head and shoulders standout performers. As Subiaco get a ball into the box, it is bundled into the back of the net. Not sure if it was a clean header, but it looks like Fiona Mays is claiming it, and Subiaco have scored for the 4th game running. Those green shoots of recovery continue to sprout across the season, but also in this game. They've halved the lead, just as they did in the first half. Fashion an opportunity after just going behind. Good resiliency shown by the visitors here today. Mays with her first goal of the season. Brings it back to 2-1 Balcatta. Nara battling for it. For Burgess. Back to Nara. Looks to roll it into the path of Burgess again, perhaps, or maybe Hunt. Throw into the box from Burgess is over everyone. It comes back to the Subiaco number 9. And the Balcatta number 9, Winchcombe, clears. Nosson gets it tangled in her feet. And looks like we'll have a substitution by the visitors as they push further for an equaliser. It will be Charlotte Linnell and Abby LaCastro, the two inclusions in the team today, making way. Charlotte Greeny and Ella Gillespie, the two players coming onto the field. A few last-minute instructions from the coach for Gillespie before she takes her place. A spring in the step of the Lions now. Burgess with the throw, long throw. Clearing everyone on those, perhaps need to get some numbers in behind. It falls for Serendopoulos. Her ball into the box is overhit. Dalbusco claims. Thumps it long, it's going to bounce in front of Yangi there, over her head. Applying the pressure there was Astor, but Subi will come away. And a chance here for the substitute almost to get on the end of it, but Balcatta snuffed that out. Going the other way now is April Nosson. Rolls it for Harvey, but she was offside and probably wasn't retrieving that ball anyway. Well, that goal there from Fiona Mays has certainly brought this game to life. You thought from the Balcatta dominance in the first half that going 2 goals up would really deter the visitors. It hasn't. And they go again. And this time it's Domovsky denied by Dalbusco again. Another big save. Well, pulled out a big save to deny Nara at 1-0. Pulls out another big save to deny Domovsky there at 2-1. For all the ball that Balcatta have had, Subiaco could easily have had 3 or 4 goals. Ball into the box by Gillespie, the substitute. Mays again. Referee's seen a push and a free kick for Balcatta. Dalbusco will take the restart. 8 minutes gone in this second half. She cries for a handball from the Balcatta players. The referee agrees. McCartney gets things restarted for Davis, who bobbles over her foot. And a few mistakes creeping in now. Perhaps that goal put a little bit of pressure into the minds of the home side. Coming away with it, there's Panaya. Harvey with a bit of space. Burgess comes to close her down. Harvey clips it around the corner for the run of Nosson. She won't get there ahead of Gordon. Gordon's clearance gains 15 yards and concedes possession. Nosson with the throw. Cleared by Burgess. Intended for Astor. Looking for Astorp on this occasion. Burgess again deals with the danger and clears it for another Balcatta throw. Just settling into possession again now, Balcatta, after a good period of Subiaco dominance early in this second half. Nipping in and taking possession away was the substitute Gillespie, but turned it over as quickly as she'd won it. Nosson. Sarandopoulos is the defender. Burgess comes in as the second player to help snuff out the danger. Nosson with the throw over the head of Yangi. Sarandopoulos looking to feed Domovsky, clipping it over the top for the speedy Nara. Nara has the run of Greenie, finds her now. Greenie, little step over, allowed Kim McCartney in, and no nonsense with that clearance. But again, Subiaco just showing their ability to find a bit of space on the counter-attack. Throw in dealt with again by McCartney, looking for the run of Yangi, but a little wide and over the right-hand touchline. Subi to take a throw. Throw in aimed for Nara. She couldn't get a foot on it. Hunt will try again. For Nara again, leaps high to get a flick on that one. Not the play you'd expect to be winning headers. Here she is again. Back for Greenie. She can't get her cross in. And Balcatta look to spring a counter of their own. Harvey has a bit of space in front of her. If a teammate can find her, she does. Tearing forward now, Cassandra Harvey looking to just curl it for the run of Astor, but didn't get the contact she wanted at all. Pigeon will claim and clear. Good header there. Chelsea Winchcombe stepping forward. Reads the game very well at centre half. The Balcatta number 9. Really hard to pick a standout player of the game for either side here today. Has been good performances all over the pitch. Dimovsky's looked lively, Nara as well, and Davidson giving that attacking impetus for Subiaco. Oh, you'd say Panaya, Veroni, Harvey have all done the same for Balcatta. Defenders have been good, the fullbacks have been bombing on for Balcatta. Good control there from Sarandopoulos. She's been good as well. And here's Nara. Sarandopoulos clips one up in between Davidson and Hunt. Curled in towards Domovsky. She couldn't handle it initially. She does now. Turns it around for Greenie. Davidson. Nice little nutmeg from Dylan Davidson. She'll set her sights on goal. Has Del Busco scrambling, but scrambling about 5 yards wide of the right-hand goalpost and still making the save. It's going to require a better contact than that to beat the Balcatta number 1. She thumps it long. Hunt attempted to chest it down. Davidson goes and rolls it in for Nara. Nara has Davis approach her. Does well to get a ball into the box, but only as far as Veroni. Veroni, nice little turn around Davidson. And Balcatta can go the other way. Sarandopoulos looking to close down Panaya. Can't do so before she gets a pass away. Stepping forward there well. The Subiaco defence. Brought down by Gillespie. Gillespie has the run. Finds the run. This is Burgess. Harvey doing well, tracking back to press. And winning the ball back for Nosson. Nosson looks to take on Gillespie, but Gillespie sticks to her guns and wins possession. Good bit of football there from the substitute. Gillespie gets it back again, plays a 1-2 with Gordon. Gordon across for the goal scorer, Mays. Mays approached by Yangi. Finds the feet of Greenie, but her touch was bobbled up a little bit. And Yangi stepped in and won it back for Balcatta. It's going to be just out of the reach of Harvey as Burgess steps in. Nosson, good touch around her marker, earns herself a foul. And an apology from the substitute, Ella Gillespie. McCartney to restart for Balcatta. Winchcombe. Across for Davis. Davis looks down the line. Panaya looks to go further down the line. Skips by a couple. Crosses one in. I don't know if she was meaning it. I don't know if that was meant to be on target, but it was. I'm sure she was looking to whip that ball back across the 6-yard box, but it flies straight into the back of the net. Caught everyone by surprise. Well, Balcatta 3, Subiaco 1. Will that be the final nail in the lion coffin today? Well, it was a deserving run from Panaya. Have something at the end of it. I'm just not sure that that was what she was intending when she did get to the end of that run. There would have been tired legs, threw her foot at it, and fortuitously or not, found its way into the back of the net. Balcatta making a change. Subiaco making a third change as well. Davidson going off. And it looks like it will be, I believe, Felicity Trend on for Subiaco. Yangi off for Balcatta. Replaced by a player who I will attempt to get you the name of shortly. Keeled in. Well, both times Balcatta have taken the lead so far. Subiaco have had a great chance to equalise or to pull one back. Almost had one there. Panaya with that goal, taking her up to equal leading scorer for the side with Cassandra Harvey, who went ahead of her with her fourth goal of the season just moments before. Now Panaya has 4 for the year as well. Here's Gillespie switching it across the field, but only as far as the goal scorer, Panaya. And Panaya will look to go again. Has she got another sprint in her? She looks to take on her opposite number in Hunt. But good tracking back there from Laura Hunt, and a nice little back heel out of trouble. Deflected off. Ashley Panaya. Subiaco in the throw. And once again, it's probably a lead that you'd say Balcatta deserve, but Subiaco have had their chances. A lot to take heart from in this performance from the visitors, and I'm sure they're not done pressing yet. Mays attempts to clear. She'll look to get to this one as well. Sarandopoulos there to help her, and Sarandopoulos leaves one in on Harvey, already on a yellow card. Might need to be careful. Burgess down the line for Gillespie or Dymowski. Split the two. And Winchcombe came out and cleared. Gillespie leaves it to Burgess. And then gets the throw from Keziah Burgess. It did come off an arm. And the decision between linesman and referee is that it was in illegal use of the arm. Winchcombe in for Del Busco, who was pressed by Dymowski, and that pressure has forced the turnover. Annalena Dymowski. Here's Sarandopoulos doing well to get one back for a strike. Sarandopoulos puts it back into the box again. Balcatta struggling to clear, but Davis eventually does. A cool head in a crisis clears it away from Samantha Nara. Hunt with the throw. Looking for Dymowski, headed away. Alford looks to clear. Balcatta do well to keep the ball initially. Mays puts a foot in. And a foul there. Surely for Subiaco. It looks like perhaps the referee happy to just allow the advantage. Clipped over the top there looking for Nara. The pass from Trend. Overhit. Just over a quarter of an hour gone in the second half. Subiaco, despite having scored their fourth game running, find themselves trailing by a score of 3-1. Goals for Harvey, Alford and Penaya. Fiona Mays with the solitary marker for Subiaco. Nara can't control that one. Davis will take the throw for Balcatta. Davis looks for Alford. She couldn't cushion it down. Nara. Nice little back heel there, and Sarandopoulos can spread it wide for Burgess. Burgess cuts inside Harvey and looks to curl one, but just caught the wrong part of the foot, didn't get any curl on that. And rather than whipping across the 6-yard box, swerved straight out for a Balcatta goal kick. Del Busco for Widgecombe, and Davis has her pass cut out on halfway. Gillespie, she's been lively since she's come on, and that's an acrobatic, creative flick. I think looking for the run of Domovsky, caught it too well. Del Busco rolls it out. Soak up a bit of clock and clip it down the line, looking for the most recent goal scorer, Ashley Penaya. Bounces out of play, and another Subiaco substitution. Margaret Yost making her way onto the field to replace the goal scorer for Subiaco, Fiona Mays. Throw in, headed away. Back in, Harvey with a bit of time. And Davis looking to run inside. Has Harvey, finds her now. Harvey would look further for Nosson, but cutting in there and taking over was Ella Gillespie, who backheeled it off the Balcatta player for a Subiaco throw. A bit of pressure there from Domovsky, forces the error from Winchcombe. Now she can run at McCartney, but McCartney gets there. And Winchcombe gets back to force the tackle. Domovsky again just nudged Winchcombe over the ball. It's really putting a bit of pressure on Annalena Domovsky up front. That incessant pressing late in the game when there's tired legs can cause problems. Sarandopoulos goes all the way back to a centre half. Yost, the other substitute, steps forward. And I am not sure who that pass was intended for, because if it was Samantha Yarra, she would have to be lightning quick to get anywhere near that. Del Busco fizzes one. Looking for Astor, but Subi step in, make a nuisance of themselves. Throw in over Yarra's head. Astor looking for a run of Penaya, but yeah, Nara throwing her body in there. Kind of football that you love to watch, the Subiaco number 2. Throws herself in fearlessly at any contest. Always runs hard. Long ball for Dymowski. She cushions it down, couldn't get it at ground level. Sarandopoulos charging in. Retrieved by Alford, but they've given it away here. Little shoulder there from Dymowski, surely a foul, and is. Free kick for Balcatta. Just under 20 minutes left in this one, plus stoppage time. Looking like it will be a Balcatta win that will take top of the league. Still time for a couple of late goals from Subiaco, but when they've only got 5 on the season so far, it's hard to see another 2 coming in 20 minutes, but stranger things have happened. Burgess looks for Nara charging in over her head. Stepping in front of Dymowski was McCartney. McCartney looks long down the line. Dealt with initially by Jeanette Gordon, but it comes back now for Astorp. Astorp with Sarandopoulos for company, goes by her, squares one across the 6-yard box. And the shot on target there, perhaps, from Ashley Penaya before it took a Subiaco deflection. And Balcatta will take the corner. And as the game goes on, as the minutes tick down, I'm sure the home side will be less and less keen to take these set pieces quickly. Time to get the lactic acid out of the legs and run down the clock and tick towards their 5th win of the season. Corner to the back post, headed away, or headed up and not away. Comes down, they still can't clear it. Falls to Winchcombe. Her strike can't beat the Subiaco defender who clears. And again, the slow amble forward there of Karis Davis tells you that Balcatta are not in any hurry to get this game restarted at the moment. Looks for Alford. Alford dances a little pirouette, comes away with the ball somehow, and Balcatta still in possession. Davis with another throw. Looking there for the run of Penaya. Sandwiched between 2 lines. Sarandopoulos heads it down for Nara. Nara leaves it for a teammate and surges forward. Dymowski turns and has numbers on the near side. The substitute, Ella Gillespie, is one of them. She has fresh legs and she's looked lively. She'll look to take on her player, I'm sure. Goes by her. April does well to at least stick with the runner and force a bit of pressure on the cross, which fell harmlessly into the arms of Del Busco. Bowls it out for Davis. For Penaya. Veroni. It's a nice one-touch passing from Balcatta. Ends with Astorp. Astorp closed down there by Yost. Comes back inside for Panaya. Panaya's cross over the head of everyone. Harvey retreating, will look to take possession, but Burgess robs her. Can only clear it as far as Ella Manso-Vukovic, the substitute whose name I think I missed when she was coming on. Balcatta causing problems now. Nossen cutting inside and firing one on target that perhaps she wouldn't have taken if the score wasn't 3-1, I'd suggest. Nara opposed to Davis. Misjudged it, and Davis wins it down for Panaya. Panaya comes inside for Manso-Vukovic. Back for Davis. Panaya and Hunt, the two number 14s, do battle again, and Balcatta win a corner. What feels like their 150th corner of the day. It will be Alana Veroni to curl one in with the left foot. The corner reaches the front post. The stooping header was misjudged by Manso-Vukovic. Comes out to Davis and back in by McCartney. Fumbled initially there by Pigeon, but she recovered and cleaned up her own mess. And that's a good ball for the run of Gillespie. Gillespie takes a touch again around Nossen. Nossen's going to have to work back, and she does really well. Ball into the box. Dealt with a couple of times there. Gillespie's worrying Nossen for pace, but the Balcatta fullback keeps working. Back for Winchcombe. Tired legs all over the pitch. That one for Harvey. If she's tired, you wouldn't know it. Here's Nossen. Harvey. Drives forward. Has Panaya on the switch if they can find her. Eventually they do, via Manso-Vukovic, or it looked like they were going to, but the pass was a poor one. Subiaco can look to reduce the deficit to 1. Oh, ball curled agonisingly close to the path of Domovsky, but the Balcatta defence stands strong. Panaya. Back for Davis. In for Alford. Harvey. The two goal scorers combined, but Harvey steps on the ball and gives away possession. Fights well to get it back, but ball deflects back off her for a Subiaco throw. The call is Ella's feet from Sarandopoulos. She has been the one causing trouble. She does a little bit more mischief making again, but the cross can't curl its way into a dangerous area and drifts behind for a Balcatta goal kick. Sarandopoulos has had a good game. That Subiaco number 15, you can hear her calls all through the game. Good leadership in the middle of the park. Ball comes down. Here is Sarandopoulos. Takes a second touch. Finds Gillespie, whose little Ronaldo chop didn't quite work out, but she almost kept possession. Harasses Nossen now, but Nossen sticks with it. She has stuck to that task admirably, the Balcatta number 15 in this second half. Not an easy job as a full-back when you get a speedy winger that's looking to get at you. Come on. Late in the second half. Nossen now takes the throw. Astorp cushions it down. And Nossen finds Astorp again. Nossen for Harvey. Cassandra Harvey can't get past The bustling Jeanette Gordon on that occasion. Dymowski does well, coming short to win that ball. And here's Gillespie again. Leaves it for Serendopoulos. Looks for the run of Dymowski. Well, I think she was intending for Dymowski to come short, and Subiaco forward had other ideas. Here's Nara. Oh, just misjudged that one, and Ashley Panaya still working late into this game. Wins it back again there. Panaya, past one. Has a strike on goal. Pigeon tips over the bar. Doing her job to keep the visitors in it. Just over 10 minutes left in the 90. Subiaco needing something soon if they're to get anything out of this game. But it's up the wrong end for them. It's Balcatta with the corner. In swinger curled into the box, headed away by Serendopoulos. Only as far as the corner taker again, who curls it in a twisting effort, and that ball hits the referee. And falls for Gillespie, whose crossfield ball is out into the open green spaces for Nara to run onto. She can run at Davis now, Samantha Nara. Comes inside, goes back outside, twisting, turning. And good defending there from Davis. Serendopoulos, has been some good football played by Subiaco in this second half, as Serendopoulos just runs over Astor, but Balcatta come away with the ball. Harvey kicks it into the shins of Burgess. It would have been a Balcatta throw, but the ball's going to sit in nicely for Dymowski to come and pressure. So Nosson went across to a goalkeeper, and another 35-yard pass to the feet of a teammate from Gabby Del Busco. Has shown her array of skills today. Alford looking to team up there with Mansa Vukovic. Given away. Astorp. For Davis. Looking for Panaya. Cut out by Yost. Davis throwing down the line, intended for Panaya. Subiaco again take over. Serendopoulos. Can they spring an attack through Nara? Davis steps out to pressure. Nara finds Serendopoulos, who dinks it over a couple of on-rushing Balcatta shirts. And here's the runner, Burgess. Can she take on April Nosson? Nosson shows her outside and steps in to make the tackle initially. Burgess does well to shield it. Doesn't do well to find a teammate, unfortunately. Harvey skipping by the attempted tackle of Gordon. Looking to curl it into the path of Astor, but again the final touches let her down. Balcatta with the ball. Here's Veroni as the sun sets on Grindleford Reserve, and you would suggest the sun is set on Subiaco's chances in this one. Del Busco fires one for Panaya. Panaya does really well to bring that down. She'll stride forward and roll it through for Harvey. We can only find the shins of Marissa Pigeon. And here goes Subiaco one more time. If they've got any chance, they need something now. Nosson cuts out that attack though, and she will go the other way. April Nosson rolls it for Alford. Back for Harvey. She's bundled off it by Serendopoulos. Shoulder to shoulder, fair challenge according to the referee. Manso Vukovic wider for Davis. Panaya confronted by Hunt. It goes back to Winchcombe, who strides forward here, or McCartney rather, for Astorp, who looked to turn it around the corner where she expected the run of Ashley Panaya. And the two exchange glances. Perhaps in the first 15 minutes she would have been there. Maybe not in the last 15 when you're leading 3-1. Fair enough. Nara couldn't control that one. McCartney needs to because Dymowski's there, lurking. McCartney did well enough for now. Just under 5 minutes left. Balcatta 3, Subiaco 1. Probably the result you would have expected looking at the table before the game, but the performance from Subiaco's probably been better than the scoreline suggests, although Balcatta have had their periods of dominance. Subi have just had some good play on the counter-attack, crafted a few nice openings. Just weren't able to take them. The biggest one, that first half chance for Samantha Nara. You thought if that went in, Subi were a chance. And she failed to take that opportunity, and Cassandra Harvey doubled the Balcatta lead. Subi have kept fighting. Fiona Mays found her way onto the score sheet from a corner. But that's been all she wrote so far for Subiaco. Still a few minutes left. Was that twisting and turning Charlotte Greeny goes back, and Balcatta win it back. Astorp finds a teammate who can drive forward. Alford for Harvey. Harvey comes back for Veroni. Veroni back for Nossent. For Winchcombe. It looks longer and further afield. That cut out well there by the Subiaco midfielder, and Subi with a chance perhaps for one more forward thrust. That ball for the run of Dymowski, cut out by Winchcombe, and Subi win a throw. Gillespie takes it quickly, finds Serendopoulos. Nossent again deals with the danger. She's had a good game at Brunosson at left back. A great pass there from Harvey. Releases Christiane Astorp. Good defending from Burgess forces her back, all the way back to her left back. April Nossen for Harvey. And she is coming back from an offside position. Kicks that ball away in frustration, I think, just as the referee turned his back. May have been the only thing that saved her from finding her name in the book alongside Serendopoulos. The only yellow card so far of the day. And the combative Subiaco midfielder. Hunt will take the free kick for Subiaco. Seconds ticking down. Nossen in again. Turnover. Nara can release Gillespie, but even the fresh legs of the substitute can't keep that ball in. Well, safe to say now a fifth win of the season for Balcatta. They will go to 16 points on the season. 6 behind the league leaders, the Northern Redbacks. Still in the title race, certainly. Nice touch there from Astorp. Nara tracking back, but can't prevent the pass from being released to Panaya. She has runners inside of her. Looks to roll one across the 6-yard box, but it's cut out, and Panaya kept going. Pigeon charged out and claimed it well. after a couple of juggles. Bit of a wrecking ball there. Marissa Pigeon taking down two Balcatta forwards who still haven't made their way back to their feet in the Balcatta penalty area. Manso Vukovic was daydreaming on the ball there, and Nara pinched it off her. Good switch from Nara, headed down by Sarandopoulos, but really she didn't need to. It was destined for Gillespie. Possibly better communication required from the girls in maroon. Sarandopoulos picking it up on the left wing now. Looking to clip one into the area, but Balcatta will let that one run. A goal kick and another 20 seconds off the clock. Lovely ball long for Astorp, who looks to turn it on for Penaya. Not getting to that one. Pigeon for Burgess. Gillespie will look to get down the line, but even she's looking a little tired now. Good tracking back there from Harvey, but Burgess kept going. Just going to ground a little easily there, looking for the free kick, Veroni. Perhaps could have kept playing. Perhaps a little fatigue creeping in. Nosson for Veroni. Bit of space this time. Looks to lob one for either Harvey or Astor, but Burgess got in between them and headed it away. Can't be long left in this one. Into our second minute of stoppage time. Nosson will stroll forward in no rush. And it's all in the referee's hand now. Nosson's throw for Astorp. Perhaps Balcatta with an opportunity to craft one more chance through Harvey. Back to Astorp. Astorp nudged off it there. Legally, according to the referee, by Jeanette Gordon. Veroni. Wide again for Nosson. She's made her way forward as she stayed forward from the throw. Nosson squares it, cleared by Gordon. Sarandopoulos. For Gillespie. Perhaps one more run for the Subi number 5. Looks to take on a couple. Can't do so, and in the end perhaps gets into the back there of Nosson, who gives her a little shove. Referee will come and have a word. Slightly frustrated April Nosson. It's been a good battle between her and Gillespie, and the two. Good to see a little competitiveness, nothing too serious there. Harvey battles with Sarandopoulos. Nara steps in. Alford. And Nara comes away. Earns herself a foul. I think the elbow getting into the neck area of Samantha Nara, although it's very hard if you're running alongside her not to catch her high, I would have thought. Certainly not possible to go shoulder to shoulder. Subi, launch, load up, one more time, go long, cleared. For Gillespie, she can curl one into the box. It's into a reasonable area, but no maroon shirts getting across the front post in front of Gabby Del Busco, and she comfortably handles it for possibly the last time today. Winchcombe takes a bad touch, but it won't matter. There is the final whistle from the referee today. The final score here at Grindleford Reserve sees a 2-goal margin to the hosts. That victory puts them up to 3rd place in the WNPL in 2020 after 10 rounds. Well, 9 games, 10 rounds technically due to the COVID lockdown. But goals from Cassandra Harvey, Georgie Alford, and then Ashley Penaya putting the polish on it with a not so polished finish after a wonderful run down the right-hand touchline. And that put paid to any hopes of a Subiaco comeback after Fiona Mays turned one in from a corner. It looked like perhaps the Lions were on the prowl, but Balcatta fought hard. They fought well and deserved the victory today. Promising signs for the visitors. They have scored for their 4th game in succession after only scoring 1 in their first 5. So keep an eye on them. I'm sure they'll continue to improve. But the final score here today at Grindleford Reserve, Balcatta 3, Subiaco 1.
Could have been not bad, I tell you. But I guess she was very